All right, everybody, good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. We are getting ready to go here from Atlanta, Duke and Georgia Tech. If you need the game is on the ACC network. If you need the game itself, there's the Discord link for you. Join our watch party for folks of the fans of the channel that are familiar with how that works. It is senior night here in Atlanta. Duke looking to spoil the party. And thankfully, it is senior night because that means that Jose Alvarado is finally leaving Georgia Tech, who it feels like he's been there for a damn eternity and always seems to have our number, which just kind of is the way of the world when you're at Duke. There's like one guy on every team that just kind of has your, just kind of manages to play ridiculous games against you every single time. And it's definitely Alvarado for Georgia Tech. All right, let's flip over here. We got about a minute to tip off, and we are ready to go. A bit of a downer on Saturday, I must admit. We really thought we were going to win that one against Louisville. We had an opportunity to win it. A bit of a, I don't know if you call it a incorrect decision, incorrect coaching decision, maybe not to have Mark Williams down in the paint getting those rebounds on the free throws late. Of course, Carlik Jones isn't one to really miss free throws, so probably didn't think that he was actually going to miss one, have an opportunity to rebound. But in any case, it is what it is. Duke is still alive, however. We are considered the first four out at the moment. Georgia Tech considered one of the first four in. In many ways, this is a play-in game for the NCAA tournament, as all games have been for Duke this season. And greetings from Bessemer City, North Carolina, Timothy. Welcome into chat. Welcome into everybody this afternoon in chat. It is still a rather crisp and cold afternoon here in Seattle, as we still just around 5 o'clock on the West Coast, but we are getting ready to go here in Atlanta. This is a rematch from a game earlier this season in which Duke won by 7. Tonight Georgia Tech rather is favored by about a point and a half. And the starting lineup for your Blue Devils, who are wearing all black tonight because, as we like to say, it is Georgia Tech's funeral, is going to be Jeremy Roach, DJ Stewart, Matthew Hurt, Wendell Moore, and Mark Williams. Mark Williams, who did not play significant minutes in the first matchup, presents a significant size problem, I guess, for Georgia Tech down low, and he's going to ask for an alley-oop on the first possession, and that is going to go straight to Mark Williams. The alley-oop successful from Jeremy Roach to Williams, and Duke is on the board early. That's the difference, the little dynamic that Mark Williams can make. I'd like to see him get some more minutes than he did in Louisville. Again, welcome into all the viewers tonight. Wherever you may be, jump into Discord if you need the stream itself, and you can join the watch party and then rejoin us here on the YouTube side of things to join in the conversation with the fellow Duke fans. Georgia Tech did manage to score in his first possession. I'll figure out exactly who it was in a second, but Matthew Hurt, who put up 37 in the game against Louisville, puts up a three-point shot from the left wing and actually misses, which is a rarity. And on this side of the floor, that is Jordan Usher, who's going to go for three, trying to get it right back into Hurt's face, and will not come up with it. So still 2-2 here in the early going for our Blue Devils. Roach being closely guarded by Devo, who's one to watch between Alvarado and Devo, the two guards for Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, 7-0 this season when both guards score into double figures. So we got to shut down at least one of them. In the first game, Devo was the one that got shut down. He only had 4 points. Alvarado went off for 24. That's a whole nother story. The shot by Moore is off, and Georgia Tech comes down with the rebound. I'll get to chat in just a second, as we'll get to chat there as soon as we have our first TV timeout. But 9 seconds on the shot clock here. Alvarado has to take a deep three from the T in the Georgia Tech logo, and the rebound is to the Blue Devils. Stewart tries the entry pass, and that is picked off. Devo gets it and is going to try to pass it to Alvarado. Good defense in transition as the Blue Devils do manage to get back, but Khalid Moore with a mid-range jump shot for 2. 4-2 in the early going. I'll just give somebody points there. At least the score will be right. Wendell Moore going to go for the right wing. Wendell Moore for 3. He was actually one of the only other Blue Devils to score in double figures. In the game against Louisville, he had 13. Matthew Hurt basically begging for anybody to help him in that game, and Wendell Moore was about the only one that could. Mark Williams here with defense against Moses Wright. An interesting matchup to watch throughout the evening. Georgia Tech trying to play keep away around the outside. Wendell Moore with the hands. Does poke that ball away, but it will be out of bounds on Wendell. Interesting stat also to follow. Jose Alvarado, the number one, the ACC leader in steals at 2.8 steals per game. Jordan Goldwire, the number 2 in the ACC in steals at around 2.5. So this game does feature the number 1 and number 2 steal leaders in the ACC. So interesting to see who gets the better of that tonight. Good defense there by Williams, but Moses Wright gets the better of it and scores on the inside. 6-5, Georgia Tech in the early going. And I'll make sure that Gamecast doesn't seem to be liking me for some reason. So we'll scoot that up, and we'll get that there. And there you have, now we actually have a score. As Duke turns the ball over on the offensive side. And Matthew Hurt with a kick ball. We have a stoppage in play. There we go. This is going to be the Wendell Moore play. Oh, that it got blocked most by Moses Wright. So the one block here for Tech, and Jordan Usher gets fouled on the way to the basket, and it will be an and one opportunity for Tech, and that is a foul on Mark Williams. Try to rotate over there, and that's a foul. Slaps him over the front of the face. Free throw is no good. Rebound to Matthew Hurt. At least, hey, there's a rebound after a free throw miss to show, I suppose, that we can actually rebound. Jeremy Roach gets fouled by Devo, his first, and Duke will inbound the ball side out of bounds. At least we haven't forgotten how to rebound. Georgia Tech, not a strong rebounding team. We won that margin quite handily in the first matchup, so I would hope that we were able to do that again. We haven't been really winning many of the rebounding battles, certainly not against Virginia, and also not against Louisville. We got our butts kicked against Louisville. That's a foul on Moore as Matthew Hurt tries to dive in, and we have reached the under 16 timeout. Now we'll get to chat. So Timothy, prayers and thoughts and prayers for your mom, who's been having some health issues there. Definitely hoping that those get resolved. And from one Blue Devil fan to another, thoughts and prayers to you and your family. We also have some. How does Duke lose to Louisville? We got some. Hopefully we can win tonight. I also hope that we can win tonight. Look, we got to play-in game number 1 is tonight. Play-in game number 2 is against North Carolina, and then you have the entire ACC tournament, which we also presumably have to win probably 2 games at least in the ACC tournament. So get this: how does Duke lose to Louisville? Well, I saw this stat earlier about basically the merry-go-round where Syracuse goes in and beats Carolina. Duke beats Syracuse. Syracuse goes in and beats Carolina. Carolina killed Louisville by 45, and then Louisville comes in and beats Duke. So how does any of that it's just this that's just the ACC this season, and how you have it's just crazy. Georgia Tech is 10-6, 11-6 in the league. That's one of their best records in basically forever. Let's be real. and win the tournament. So we have the prediction to win the ACC tournament and actually guarantee the automatic bid into the NCAA tournament. That would be very similar to the 4 games in 4 days win of the ACC tournament that we had back when Jason Tatum was playing. I want to say this was in 2017 or 2016, one of the two. It was like back then, 2016, 2017. But basically, I think we were slated to make the tournament anyway, but that was like, it was a down season, for Duke by many accounts, by many metrics, I should say. And then we went in and actually did the 4 games in 4 nights, shorthanded, basically, and won that one. So it would be probably as memorable as that if we actually end up pulling that one off. Trey's plays. What do you think of Matthew Hurt on Saturday? Well, look, I mean, spectacular. Like, the dude is playing at this. It was like between Justin Champagny and Matthew Hurt for like ACC Player of the Year. If either of them was actually on a team that was at the top of the ACC, we probably wouldn't having a discussion as to which one gets Player of the Year. The problem is that both of them are sitting on teams that are at or near 500, right? So like, if this was a normal Duke season and Duke was like 11-3 or like 12-2 in number 1 in the ACC, he's like the Player of the Year in the ACC. He's putting up numbers to be able to do that. And by the way, he's actually now the leading scorer in the ACC, averaging over 19 points a game. So I mean, the kid is special. It looks like the sort of ascent pattern of Luke Kennard in his sophomore season, where he also literally put that team on his back and just like went to town. I was at the game in Winston-Salem when he scored the game-winning shot after Duke was down big in the second half, and basically basically put on the entire second half comeback by himself, and then ended up winning the game. So like, it's a very Luke Kennard-esque type of path that I've seen. I've had a lot of friends ask me, it's like, what do you think of Matthew Hart's play this season? It looks a lot like that, to be honest. And usually the follow-up question is, does that mean he like goes to the NBA? Because that's essentially what Luke Kennard did. And the answer to that one is, I'm not sure yet. I think probably Hurt needs one more year of development, and the team's basically his next year if he decides to stay. So, okay, yeah, so 17 it was, and that is a 3-point shot right on cue by our boy wearing number 15. No, sorry, 21. My bad. I'm looking at the wrong numbers. Matthew Hurt with 3 from the outside. 10-8 Duke as we put on a little 5-0 run. That was a nice down low that Mark Williams got off an inbounds play. The setup Duke. And then Matthew Hurt with the 3. Great defense here. It looked to me like Moses Wright stepped out of bounds, but nothing was called. Georgia Tech is going to have 2 seconds on the shot clock here. Yeah, Logan, I'm with you. I mean, I think everybody pretty much on the channel was like screaming up and down, like I was. We were all just like jumping like crazy. It's like been cardiac Duke. It's just been like a couple plays there at the end, and that was almost a foul on Alvarado that is not called. It's actually just going to turn into a shot clock violation. So good defense by Duke as Mark Williams goes to the bench for the first time, and Alvarado comes up empty. So on the floor for the Blue Devils now, Jeremy Roach, Wendell Moore, Matthew Hurt, DJ Stewart, and Jamin Brakefield. We actually didn't see a lot of Brakefield in the game against Louisville. He had 3 points, and he almost turns it over here, and now it's going to be called a foul on Sturdivant, who trips Wendell Moore. It was actually going to be almost a turnover. Yeah. How do we stop Jose Alvarado from taking over? The key actually is to make sure that you don't have to necessarily stop Alvarado. The key is to make sure that that both of the guards don't go off between Alvarado and DeVoe. So the stat is Jamin Brakefield takes 3 and DeVoe comes down with the rebound. And DeVoe to Alvarado. Alvarado gets cut off baseline by Matthew Hurt, and it's just going to turn into a three-pointer by Sturdivant. And that three is good. It's 11-10, Georgia Tech. The stat here is that Alvarado and DeVoe account for 45% of the Yellow Jackets' points in conference games. So almost half of Georgia Tech's points are going to come from one of those two players. The thing is that they're 7-0 as Wendell Moore just makes a total mess of that pass from Jordan Goldwire and turns the ball over in the baseline. Georgia Tech is 7-0 when both of those players score into double figures, and they're also largely responsible for the three-point shooting for Georgia Tech at 43% between the two of them. So you either shut down Alvarado or you shut out DeVoe, but usually you can't get both. Like both usually don't have a bad night. Like Georgia Tech's just too good of a team to have that happen. So as long as, and as we said before, DeVoe only had 4 points in the game in Cameron, even though Alvarado went off and got 24, and then that turned into a 7-point win for us. So that seemed like a recipe for success. We'll see if we can replicate that one here tonight. So that would kind of be my answer. You just shut down one of the two. And actually, Louisville, to their credit, kind of played a shutdown game against Roach and Stewart to try, because Matthew Hurt went and got his, but really it was Roach and Stewart that couldn't get anything. And one of those two, especially Stewart, has really been that second scorer, that consistent second scorer for Duke. G.J. Stewart really is actually the number one ACC freshman scorer at around 13 points per game, as Mark Williams gets another easy two there on the connection from Goldwire. Logan Wells saying that he went to the Miami Duke game last year and he high-fived everyone on the team. Nice. I think it was 2 years ago, or maybe it was the game last year that I went. Maybe I might have also been at that game, by the way. So that would be interesting. Moses Wright, down low, in and amongst 3 Blue Devils, manages to muscle his way in there and will convert 2. And remember, folks, if you need the game itself, jump into Discord there, as we've missed a couple shots here on the offensive end. Baker's going to take a long range 2, and that's not going to go. And we will have a foul against Jordan Goldwire. That'll be Duke's second foul. Never got to experience the game in Cameron. What was it? The game when we beat Clemson on the road. Ooh, nice. First loss of the season with Grayson. Clemson is a very dangerous place to play. I would not want to go watch a game in Clemson. I feel like we just lay an egg every now and then at Clemson, like when we're at in that stadium. And Georgia Tech's got another 3 here. Sturdivant again. He's got 6 to lead all Georgia Tech scorers. So the 3-point shooting, they're at 50% for Tech as they are 16-12 here at the moment. Baker almost travels with it, gives it up to Brakefield, who's looking for room and penetrating the lane. The shot just won't go, and we just can't hit the ocean right now. We just can't get one to fall. We've hit the rim, but it's like not just not going down for us. Need to weather the storm here. At least the defense needs to hold up. And 3 from Georgia Tech is going to be off. Rebound to Baker on the weak side. And Baker's going to step into a 3. That 3 was in rhythm, but the shot is off. Williams with a really strong rebound there. Gets stripped, was going to go up for it. That was going to be an easy dunk. Georgia Tech manages to strip Williams. It's going to be out on Tech. Duke will have the ball when we come back from the under 12 media timeout. Yeah, maybe we saw each other when we didn't know it. That would be funny. It probably happened. It was I can't even remember if we won that game or not. But like on the subject of odd places or like places to play on the road that are usually traps for Duke, here's an interesting stat too. Duke has won the last 14 games against Georgia Tech. This is the longest losing streak for Georgia Tech against any team in the ACC. So basically, yeah, like they're like they've either beaten or lost to a team or like they've beaten every other team in the ACC at some point except for Duke, and they have lost now 14 consecutive times. Duke trying to make it 15. And that's the kind of stat that if this game goes into the second half and like Georgia Tech is winning, you're going to see that stat all over the ESPN broadcast. I guarantee you. I guarantee you that they're going to be like, oh, this is like Duke has beaten Georgia Tech 14 times in a row, blah blah blah. Georgia Tech trying to pull the upset, blah blah blah. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I guarantee this coming. But you heard it here first. So there we are. I'm going to try to pull up this live stats feed so that we make sure to grab the. That's the wrong one. I'll find it. I'm going to pull up the live stats feed so we get with the most accurate stats for y'all here. There we go. Assuming that the stats are actually working. See, it is fun to be on TV when you're at those games. Go to a game in Cameron, especially like I've said, well, like I've told people here on the channel before. Go to a game in Cameron over Thanksgiving, over the holiday break when the students are gone. It's $90 to get standing only in this Cameron section. They're general admission tickets, and that's the closest you can get to a Cameron experience. It's also a lot of fun, so that's the way to do it. Total points. Sturdivant Wright. Moses Wright has 6. There we go. Alvarado has 0 so far. Okay. That's now the points. What do I think of the coach at Boston College? Yeah, that team has struggled. You never like to see anybody lose their jobs, but at some point they change is needed, and I'm pretty sure that Boston College won the game yesterday, right? I was watching something, and I thought they won a game against or the game was over the weekend. I thought they beat Wake, but Wake just played, so it must have been on Saturday. Anyway, they just like one of the games, which is nice to see for the program. Yeah, Boston College has been actually Boston College was really good when I was in undergrad. Back in 08, 09, and 10 is Wendell Moore. This is a nice play out of bounds, just goal wire to Moore. And I can't remember for the life of me what this kid. It was the guard who wore the headband, and he just like ate us to pieces. Chat's gonna have to help me. Who was the Boston College star guard back in like the late 2000s, who just like had our number. Like I remember Gretas Vasquez from Maryland, obviously when Maryland was back, like was actually in the ACC. As Moses Wright scores again, he's got 8 so far tonight. And Georgia Tech's about to extend an 18-4 lead here. But yeah, like Boston College hasn't been good since that. I want to say his first name was like Tyreek or something. I can't quite remember. But yeah, but he was good. Wendell Moore with the cut into the paint. That was assertive. I actually like that play from Wendell. That was an assertive play going right to the rack. And Wendell's actually the one who's got 7 points. Matthew Hurt's only got 3. Hurt closes in on Alvarado, who thought about the 3 and now is going to dive inside, and Hurt going to get called for the foul. I actually thought it was vertical. It should have been a clean block, in my opinion, but hey, it is what it is. Don't forget, Blue Devil fans, if you want to join the watch party, go ahead and jump into the Discord. We got the game for you there, since it is on ACC Network. And Alvarado is at the line shooting 2. And will make the first. Alvarado, the number 1 free throw shooter in the ACC at 89%. Whew. And Jeremiah Yetter, thank you very much for the sub on YouTube. Much appreciated. Go Duke. Really, I don't know why, like sometimes usually there's like sub alerts and they should pop up, and I don't know why they're not working. And it's really making me sad. Hopefully it does pop up there. Yeah, this is a beautiful feat. This should be an and one for Hurt, and it is. This is a sensational play. Look at Wendell Moore with the hockey assist. Mark Williams, the big man. I'm been very impressed with his passing ability. Gets it down low to Hurt, who's in the paint for an and one. Remember, was it 2 or 3 games ago where Mark Williams got himself pinned underneath the bucket? This was against the Virginia, or the game we played, or against the Wake game, or against NC State, I think it was. And Hurt hits the free throw, so it is an and one. And he passes it to a cutting Wendell Moore who's coming baseline and gets himself like out of the sticky situation. Mark Williams' passing ability for a big man is just really, really good. And I'm one of the pieces of his game that really excited to see develop as Alvarado gets stripped, no foul called, but Moses Wright recovers the ball here, and Matthew Hurt now strips it, and that lands in the lap of Wendell. And Wendell's going to dribble this thing out. Duke's just going to reset the offense here. Duke's going to play a little half-court game. I need to see DJ Stewart get involved early, too. We're like 11 minutes into this game, and DJ Stewart's like barely touched the ball and has 0 points. Like, if we want to get DJ going again, should be another foul called against Alvarado here. DJ's got to get a touch, and he's got to get an easy bucket. One other way to contain Alvarado is to keep him on the bench. Oh my goodness! Matthew Hurt for 2. This is hand in his face and everything. Literally, the dude is giving him 0 airspace. Khalid Moore all up in Matthew Hurt's grill, and Hurt just says, I don't care. Look at the replay on this. There is no space. Hurt elevates and drops it. Literally, the kid can shoot blindfolded. Literally, he's going to shoot blindfolded. This is great hands here by Jordan Goldwire. Duke raising the intensity level as we started a little shaky, but have picked it up here. And I think we started a little shaky against Louisville too, and that's what kind of put ourselves in a hole. And we had to dig ourselves out of that one consistently throughout the rest of the game. The score is 21-20 at the moment. And Goldwire almost a lazy pass, and foul going to be called on Jordan Usher. Now remember, Georgia Tech has about 8 players. It goes about 8 deep. So not a deep team. And if you can get them into foul trouble, that does kind of spell issues for them. Inbounding is Wendell to Goldwire. Goldwire here going to be guarded. No, actually by Parnham, but Wendell is just going to go with an easy lay-in reverse, and Wendell's got 9 in 12 minutes. So it looks like your second man up is going to be Wendell Moore once again. We got to see if we can get one of the freshmen involved here, either Stewart or Roach, because we're definitely going to need a third scorer. But for now, 23-20 in favor of the good guys. Jordan Usher and going to get fouled. Mark Williams. Everybody tell him to stay planted. What would be my favorite ACC tournament victory for the Blue Devils? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that's a terrible foul by Mark Williams. Oh my god. You know, the ACC tournament victories don't stand out to me as much as like some of the individual games. I think one of the issues, we've hit the media timeout here right at the 8-minute mark. I think one of the issues is that back in the late 2000s, we were winning a lot of ACC regular seasons and ACC tournaments, and then like winning the ACC regular season like stopped being a thing, which is like really which was sort of concerning. Like the one and done era came by, and we like stopped winning. We stopped winning regular seasons, and then people like Florida State and Virginia, Notre Dame, I think won one, but then like UNC won a bunch, and like Duke just like didn't win an ACC regular season. We won some tournaments, but like the tournament championship games, I feel like haven't been as exciting. Like there was one against Florida State a couple years ago that I thought it probably should have been a better game. We ended up just like wiping the floor with them. Wildstorm, is a pretty good game. It is back and forth so far. Good pace. Still waiting for one of these teams to like really assert itself. I feel like the pace of the game, actually, now that I say it's good pace, but I feel like the pace of the game is slightly off. Like neither team really has much, doesn't even have much flow in the offense. Although the points are flowing, but nobody's really playing like beautiful basketball yet. Yet. Um, And I guess the piece that's missing is like I'm waiting for one of these teams to just like start stealing the ball like on 3 straight possessions and just go like run out, run out, run out. Because both of these teams have the propensity to do that. We just haven't quite seen it yet. So I do have one mistake somewhere on my stats. I think Alvarado actually has two. No, what? Alvarado has 0 points. He hit 2 free throws. Georgia Tech has 20. How is that possible? Usher. I think that's where the stat's wrong, is that Alvarado should have 2. So Wright has 8. Devo has, 4. Huh. Wow. Okay. Usher 2. More 2. Yeah. 6, 8. Oh, okay, so this is a little ahead. So I think that's going to catch up here in a second. Oh, I'm behind. There we go. That's why. I'm going to jump into the future here. All right, so Georgia Tech's got 22. All right, 7:43 here in the game, and Goldwire driving baseline. Goldwire going to get this to Hurt. Hurt's going to go in and amongst 4 Bs and can't come up with it. Great tip by Goldwire from Hurt back out to DJ Stewart, who still can't get it, but Henry Coleman's got a rebound down low. That was a good offensive board by Coleman, and doesn't come up with it. So right back to Georgia Tech, unfortunately. Yeah. Since the game's on ACC Network, it's no longer a game. Well, if you need the game itself, and this goes for folks in chat, jump into our Discord. There's a watch party going on there, and then you can join us here to share your thoughts on the game. As Coleman is gonna pick up a foul, and Alvarado will go to the free throw line. Yeah, I feel like the reason this game is on ACC Network is because uh, Illinois and Michigan are playing on ESPN, which is basically a 4 versus 2 nationally ranked matchup. So yeah, we are in the current state of affairs of Duke basketball. We are not actually going to be on ESPN right now. Yeah. And Alvarado only comes up with 1 out of the 2. So an 89% free throw shooter actually misses, which is crazy. We had Carlik Jones is like number 2. This is a beautiful back cut there. Wendell Moore just is finding the gaps in the Tech defense and has been able to go baseline multiple times now. Seems like with all the focus on Hurt, Moore's been just left wide open. Oh, this is spectacular defense here by Wendell, who's getting on the floor, and DeVoe puts it on the deck. I do want to stick some Pluto. Yes, so Timothy, yeah, my brother does the UNC games with me, so he will be back on Saturday. He's actually the one helping the Discord stuff. So he will be back Saturday, and we will do UNC together. That game, 8 o'clock. Showdown in Tar Heel Land. And as actually, to nobody's surprise, that UNC will in fact allow fans at the Duke UNC game. Well, there were no fans at the Duke UNC game in Cameron, but to each their own, I suppose. I think Wildstorm may be a Georgia Tech fan, is what he's saying, which is fine. As long as everybody keeps it civil in chat, we can welcome fans from both teams. I'm okay with that. As yes, Georgia Tech did call a timeout, and 6:23 to go here. I keep falling behind for some reason. I don't think I've ever met a Georgia Tech fan. I do have plenty of friends from Atlanta, but a lot of them ended up going to Duke. 8 seconds on the shot clock here as Moses Wright going to drive in on Jamin Brakefield, and Moses Wright can't quite connect, but the offensive board is going to go to Georgia Tech, and Devo turns the ball over. It's all good, Storm. I'm an engineer myself, and I know a lot of folks, and I know engineering Tech has a very good engineering program, so that's the type of nerd, kindred spirits, I suppose. Wendell Moore driving into the paint, goes left, gives it up to DJ Stewart, and Stewart still can't hit it as that three-point shot hits the rim and then goes wide. Alvarado's shot from range is, no, sorry, Devo's shot from range is also off, and Georgia Tech can't come up with it. Neither Duke nor Georgia Tech can come up with the three, actually. Oh, nice. You're a software dev. Nice. That's actually, in my line of work, those are actually the only ones that actually get called engineers. So even my mechanical engineering degree no longer qualifies me. As Jamin Brakefield is going to go for three. That shot is an air ball, and that didn't look good from the second it left his hand. Wow. That was bad. Poor shooting for Duke. God, poor shooting for Duke. I mean, this play is correct. He comes off the screen. Wendell, Alvarado tries to fight through it. Fine. So Brakefield is wide open, but man, you gotta hit that. It's like being in the, being in the shoot around, dude. Oh my. Maybe a bit of an acting job. I don't know. Refs are going to review this, though, for a possible flagrant. I wasn't actually paying that close attention, but we will look at the review. Okay, so... Oh, my good. Okay, wait a sec. So they're looking, so Wendell sweeps the arm around. There's nothing here. Let's move on. This is a baseball. Oh my God, baseball. This is a basketball move. I don't know why I'm even thinking. I think about baseball because there was a thing about Duke baseball winning 7-3 earlier today. So congratulations to the Duke baseball team. They've actually been doing very well over the last few seasons. That's another team to watch there, in addition to our lacrosse team, which is number 1 in the country. And that's going to be a foul against Jeremy Roach, and who is incredulous to the call, but definitely was a foul. Yeah, I think that's what we started the broadcast with. Was Georgia Tech at 9-6, a very respectable season, doing much better. Usually, Georgia Tech is like kind of getting fly swatted or bee swatted a lot, I suppose, in the ACC. They actually don't really have winning records against most ACC schools, as Georgia Tech's 3 is way off the mark, and Roach is going to try to get this up ahead, and Hurt stepped on the end line there. That is out of bounds as he tried to gather himself. Yes, a turnover for Duke there and in transition would have been a good opportunity, but yeah, Hurt just steps out of bounds. I think Georgia Tech only has a winning record against 3 or 4 different schools: Wake Forest, NC State, Boston College, and Pittsburgh in the ACC. So yeah, it's definitely for the Yellow Jacket fans. Usually better in football than basketball. It's definitely the reverse for Duke, as our football team continues to struggle and has just gotten worse. There needs to be, talking about coaches that need, to be changed, that one probably needs to be looked at, in my opinion, as somebody who follows Duke football decently. Neither team really, so we're talking about how this game seems like a bit of a mess. Neither team really can get much of enough rhythm on offense, and Hurt's shot is long, and that won't go either. So the scoring is few and far in between, as the shot from Usher, the three-pointer from the left wing, is off as well. Rebound to Brakefield. It's basically one and done for both teams on every trip to the floor, down the floor. The gold wire getting this one. It should be an easy one to Brakefield. It goes up, and that is an and one for Jamin Brakefield. Finally breaking the drought. Whew. And we have hit the under, no, not 32 points, just 2 points. We have hit the under 4 timeout, so we will go to a commercial break here at 3:55. Duke 27, Georgia Tech 23. Oh, Georgia Tech saying that they're not as good at football anymore. Baseball and lacrosse. All right. I don't think I've. Wait, Georgia Tech has a like a D1 men's lacrosse program. I can't actually. I didn't think they did. I thought the only teams in the ACC that were actually playing like D1 lax were Duke, UNC, Notre Dame, Syracuse, Virginia. Five. There may have been one more, but like the ACC is like the who's who of lacrosse, basically. Oh wow, interesting. Is it? Maybe it's newer than, like on the newer side. Like I said, I don't ever really recall us playing Georgia Tech as one of the ACC schools. And before like Syracuse came by, uh, like it was literally just 4 schools in the ACC that played like we just like played lax amongst each other. That was the conference. Because I actually did I covered the ACC tournament while I was in business school my second year doing some stuff with the athletic facilities, and it was just like 4 teams. Yeah. Oh, nice. Well, great. More competitive ACC lax then. That's good. All right, so both teams kind of let's check the shooting here because I'm pretty sure that when we do, it's not going to look good for either side. Yeah. Right now, this is well, it's like 9 of 21 and 12 of 20. 9 of 21 for Georgia Tech and 12 of 26 for Duke. It's about 46%. So I guess it's like, just kind of meh. The 3-point shooting, however, is horrendous for both teams. 2 of 9, equally. So 22% from beyond the arc, and I think that's kind of one of the reasons why the game feels a little sleepy at the moment. Who do I think would ever take over for Coach K after he calls it a career? Well, I think we've seen some candidates within the last several years. Number one, Jeff Capel seems like he could be an option for the job. He was big in recruiting, especially recruiting big men, um, and and now he's got the head coaching gig. He's been a head coach multiple times. Right? He was a head coach at Oklahoma. Then he came back to Duke to be an assistant, and then he went back to, and now he's at Pittsburgh to be a head coach there, and has really turned around that program. I actually didn't think Shire was that bad when he did his coaching stint there for that one game that we won back in the fall, or was it in January? Either way. So probably those would be the leading candidates. Jamin Brakefield now at the line to complete the and one, and the free throw is no good. So 27-23 here as we've resumed play at down in Atlanta. Brakefield closely guarding right. And now this is Moore, who loses his man off the dribble, but the pass outside to Jordan Usher. I keep wanting to say Jordan Fisher, but it's not. It's Jordan Usher for 3. And that connects. 27-26 Georgia Tech. So Georgia Tech managing now 30% from 3. Finally managing to hit a 3-point shot. Matthew Hurt calling for the ball down low, but being denied the entry pass as Brakefield tries to take a 3 on his own from the right wing, and that's no good. Duke has to get down defensively in transition and does. Alvarado had a clean look at the basket, but ended up passing it away, and here's DeVoe basically dribbling up and down every single coast and just finally passes it out to Alvarado. Alvarado to right, and DeVoe thought about 3. Close up by Roach is good. And now the pass to Alvarado, who thought about 3 again, trying to get the ball inside to Wright, who scores over 3 Blue Devils. No, he doesn't. Gets his own rebound, actually, and is called for a travel and can't believe it. Says he was fouled instead. I think Wright has a case here. As biased as I typically am, this rebound... Actually, no, he doesn't. He tripped himself. Yeah, he tripped himself. That's actually the right call. Roach to Brakefield, and now to Moore. Moore has a look at the lane. Moore's going to go in with the right hand off the glass, and Moore has 13 points here in the early going. Do I think Russell Wilson is out of... Are there rumors that Russell Wilson is leaving Seattle? Is that a thing? I feel like I would have heard something at work if that was true. Because that would be crazy. And Usher has 2 more, so he's now at 7. But I do actually, being born in sort of in Connecticut and living in New England, I do kind of root for Tom Brady. So I make a joke that I root for the 2 most hated teams in all of sport: Duke for basketball, and well, I guess now it's not even the Patriots anymore. But Matthew Hurt with a dive in, and he gets 2 more. And Moses Wright working in against the double team. Rebound down to goal wire. Now Duke has an opportunity here in transition. Going to pass it up to Moore. Moore's going to take a 3-point shot, and Moore will connect. He's got 16. This is a great game for Wendell. Yeah, I see. I do. Well, that's okay. I'm used to it, I guess, at this point. Great game so far tonight for Wendell, our leading scorer. The shot by DeVoe is no good, and they're going to call that a foul? No, they're just going to let him play. Moses Wright hit the deck, but Roach is going to go for 3. That shot is off, and DeVoe gets the rebound. DeVoe going to lose his footing there, and a steal comes up. Moore comes up with the steal. DeVoe lost his footing and the handle, and Moore was in the right place at the right time. Moore to Hurt's going to get this out to Roach. Yep. And Duke's just going to set up some offense here. The clock is stuck. The clock is, yeah, there's something funky going on with the clock. But there's 30 seconds left. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Duke with now 8. Ball in the hands of Moore. Being closely guarded by Usher. Moore diving in at the ACC logo. Gets it down low to Brakefield. Blocked from behind by Wright. And Georgia Tech with an opportunity. Almost ends up throwing it away. Tech with 10 seconds to go. Alvarado with the ball at half court. 7 seconds now. 6. 5. Alvarado's going to have to make it happen. Duke's brought 2 up to guard him. Moses Wright going to take 3 here, and that's going to hit. God damn it. Moses Wright is going to hit 3 at the buzzer. It absolutely counts. That ball was out of his hands beforehand. 34-31. Duke going to take a 3-point lead into the locker room here. And I will say the Georgia Tech players were talking some trash on Twitter earlier, or I don't know if actually it was on Twitter or it was just in a pregame conference. But Moses Wright on the record saying that he says, quote, "I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We know we're better than Duke." So you got to believe that the Duke players saw that. And so, way to paint a target on your back, Georgia Tech. Any case, Duke up 34-31 here at the halftime break. Did I see the Michigan score? I will check it. I have not seen it, but I do know that Illinois, right? Illinois-Michigan game is going on over on ESPN at the moment. And I think we'll be back at 9:06 will be when we resume. And wow, it is 67-40. What? At Michigan? Holy cow. Number 4, Illinois is absolutely taking it. The Michigan, look at the box score on this thing. What in the world? Like, what's happening? Wow, Frazier has gone off and gotten 22. Holy moly. Okay. Corbello off the bench with 13. But is this a turnover fest? Okay, no. Michigan's only got 9 turnovers. I'm trying to understand. Oh, it's a rebounding disaster. It's a rebounding disaster for Michigan at the moment. Illinois with 40 rebounds. They are plus 19 on the boards. They're plus 8 on the offensive boards. They have 12 offensive boards. Wow. 28 defensive rebounds. Basically, Michigan getting no second chance points whatsoever. And their shooting has gone off wow, Michigan's shooting has gone off a cliff. They're 2 of 7 from range and 14 of 40, shooting 30% from the floor. Wow, it's crazy to think you've only made 14 shots. That's crazy. No, I am not a Red Sox fan. I actually don't have an MLB team. So, my brother a Red Sox fan? I think my brother might have been or a Yankee. I can't remember, one of the two. Um, that's crazy. This is a crazy game. That's wild that that's wild that it's such a blowout. So the other crazy, so Michigan in this game has made 14 field goals, and there's 5 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Like, they'll probably make another one. But Matthew Hurt the other night made 15 buckets, which is more than half of all of Duke's, like all of the Duke scoring was Hurt the other night against Louisville. So we are at the halftime, everybody. Once again, thank you very much for joining us here on this Tuesday evening. Duke up 34-31 here at the break. It's probably, it's just a kind of a run-of-the-mill game at the moment. Nothing really standing out except for Wendell Moore, who's got 16 points through the first half. Matthew Hurt with 10. So that puts 2 Blue Devils into double figures so far here in this game. On the side of Georgia Tech, it is actually Moses Wright leading the way with 11 points. Michael Devo only has 4, and so far Jose Alvarado has been held to a single free throw. 1 point, and that's it. What happened with the Baylor game? Was there another upset? Oh, wow. Okay, 94-89. So, well, you kind of expect Baylor to win even on the road. That game was probably too. Yeah, that game was an earlier game. Still working. This is the oddity with like East Coast starting times are like we're like when I'm still like working here on the West Coast. Like I'm in the midst of the middle of my workday. Uh, Even though we're still kind of doing the work from home thing. It's hard to like drop what you're doing and just watch basketball games as much as I would love to. Um, but yeah, I mean, like Baylor's like seems to be there. Like at this point, the teams we kind of know who the good teams are. It's Baylor. It's Gonzaga. Ohio State's been up there. Illinois is pretty good. They're putting the hurt on Michigan, who we thought was pretty good. Like we're late enough in the season to kind of be like, okay, these teams have kind of proven themselves. And by the way, they're all senior laden, like experienced teams. All the teams with the freshmen, like us, really struggling. Really struggling. It's if you're watching along on the Discord here with the watch party, they're just going through the highlights of the Wake Forest Pitt game. The Pitt Panthers did win that game, so nice win for Coach Capel there. Justin Champagny did have a double-double. It was a 20 and 13, 20 points and 13 rebounds there on that one. Now, in the last game we played back in, this was in January now, we won 75-68. We actually had an 8-point lead at the half. Tonight's lead is only 3. But basically, the entire lead, and we ended up winning by 7. I mean, the entire lead was basically made in the first half, and Georgia Tech actually won the second half of ball against us. They won by a point. And it's not even the thing where like, we kind of took our foot off the gas or whatever. They just played well in that second half and finally kind of figured it out. Alvarado had 26 in that game. He only has one tonight. I don't expect that to hold up. Wright had 12 and DeVoe had 4. So DeVoe's matched his point total from the game earlier this season, and Wright is only a point off. The absent scorer really for Georgia Tech has been Alvarado, and so if he gets going, that could be bad. That could be bad. Yeah. Yeah, Timothy, they do talk a lot about the Duke. Well, like the hashtag is like the Duke Brotherhood. Like that Duke Brotherhood, like is a thing that all the players really ascribe to. Subscribe isn't the right word. Ascribe to, I think, is the right word for that one. Um, so yeah, you know, a game here where both Georgia Tech and Duke top 5 in the ACC in scoring in assists, in steals, and in field goal percentage. So pretty evenly matched throughout. And it's only a 3-point game, so it's kind of what we expected. Tech was actually favored by a point and a half, by the way. Of course, last time Duke was favored was on Saturday against Louisville. We were favored at 5.5 points, and that really didn't end the way we wanted it to. So Vegas had it out for us, I guess. Everyone so far on the Duke team, except for Tape, managing to see some minutes. Baker's been in for a little bit. Goldwire's been in. Coleman even has been in. Coleman actually has a rebound to his credit and a personal foul. Looks like Duke has 6 personal fouls. Let's make sure we're all squared away on that. Hurt's got 1. Goldwire's got 1. Williams has 2. Coleman. Why doesn't it? Yeah, it has 6. That's correct. So 6 personal fouls there for the Blue Devils. And on the side of Georgia Tech, I'm pretty sure it's about, oh, it's actually 7. But no player having more than 1. So no real foul trouble for Tech at the moment. Usher, right, Alvarado. Sure, right. There's my 6. Yep, so there's the 7. Yep, at least both teams managed to play defense here without fouling. It's just that the shots haven't quite gone. Oh, and Hansbrough was mean. Yeah, Hansbrough doesn't seem like a nice guy. But if you end up actually going to Cameron, there is seating for you. So you just have to request it when you get your ticket, and that can be definitely accommodated. I know we used to accommodate that when I was managing. They actually put you right up front, uh, underneath the basket, so it's a pretty good gig. Um, but yeah, we also definitely had to accommodate folks with wheelchairs and stuff. It's pretty easy to do. You just tell them ahead of time. Here we go. Louisville and Virginia being canceled due to COVID-19. Actually, Louisville having multiple starts and stops, but it's a Virginia Tech problem, not a Louisville problem. Clemson and Syracuse tomorrow, NC State and Notre Dame, and then Boston College and Florida State. Boy, wouldn't it be one heck of an upset if Boston College went into Florida State and pulled that one off. Damn. I don't think that's good. I'm not putting money on that at all, and I do not put money on that, even though it's probably a nice payout if it does happen. But yeah, this Illinois Michigan game is just kind of nuts. I mean, they were ahead by 11 at halftime, and they're winning the second half by 13. Like, they're just rolling right now. That is crazy, and it's like it's all on the glass. It's like totally on the glass, and defensively. So the turnovers are even. Whew. Yeah, Alvarado. Actually, I have Alvarado at 0 points. I thought I had him at 1, but I guess not. Devo's got 5, so they're all Devo. Once again, for those just joining us, we are at the halftime break. I suspect we're about 3 minutes or so off from resuming here. Jump into Discord if you need the game itself. It is on the ACC network otherwise. And then meet us back here on the YouTube to share your thoughts with your fellow Blue Devil fans. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure to hit the sub button. It's totally free. You don't have to pay anything, but it does help the channel grow and help us build our community here. So just crossed 500 recently, which is really exciting. Look at maybe next year will be our 1000. That'll be something special. If we had a full Duke season, maybe we would have, or if we actually had an NCAA tournament last year, we may have had an opportunity to do that. But COVID stalled us out for a little bit. But in any case, thanks again, everybody, for joining us tonight. Blue Devils looking okay here. Definitely not looking as strong as the 4 games coming into that Louisville game, right? We played really strong against Syracuse, really strong against UVA, even though it was only a 1-point game, but it's UVA, like you expect that game to be close. Strong games against Wake and NC State. The Louisville game was not our best first half. We played a much better second half. And I think here on the road, at least we're not losing. Like, slow starts on the road were a problem earlier on this season. We were losing a lot of road games because we got down early and we would play an even second half, but we just couldn't dig ourselves out of a hole. At least that hasn't been the issue here tonight. We are up by 3 at the half. Nice, Timothy. Zubek's always been an interesting character. Uh, I like that he started with. Unfortunately, his pastry shop didn't do as well as I think he had hoped. But he used to have a cupcake shop, a pastry shop up in. It was either New York or New Jersey, like one of the two. I had friends that lived in the area that I don't think they ever went, but they knew of it. Yeah, see, I have friends texting me saying they're like, yeah, of course we give up a buzzer beater 3 at the halftime. I don't actually. It was titled a miracle buzzer. It's not really a miracle buzzer beater. I mean, it kind of squared up and took it, but we had to close out on that one. But yeah, that's never fun to do there right at the end of games because it's essentially like free. It's like for the team that did it, it's like you just stole the possession. It's like free points, right? Going into the half. All right, 9:06. We should be getting ready to roll here. See if I've gotten behind it all. I think a little bit, yes, and we are ready to go. Back here in Atlanta, Wendell Moore, the leading scorer for the Blue Devils with 16 points on 7 of 9 shooting. Actually, well, they say a career high for points and a half. That's pretty good. Wendell Moore does have the stroke tonight, that is for sure. Nice to see, especially given how much he struggled early in the season, but consistent play here from Wendell tonight. And Hurt with 10. At least he doesn't have to do it all by himself. I am still looking for DJ Stewart and Roach to show up. As Stephen A would say, APB out for Stewart and Roach because these last 2 games, they just haven't like what are they doing? Like they're just like it just seems like they're not there. At least offensively. So, and defensively, Roach keeps getting exploited, which is unfortunate. But it's been going that way the entire season. Moses Wright passes this one up, and it's a hockey assist pass out to Khalid Moore, who can't get it to connect from 3. So the first shot for Georgia Tech, who thought they were about to tie the game, goes long. Roach going to give this up to Moore, and Matthew Hurt trying to post up down low over Moore, yes, and Mark Williams, a little give and go action there. A little fake out. Everybody thought Hurt was going to take it. Turns out it's actually Mark Williams with the lay-in. And Mark Williams now up to 8 points. Mark Williams, again, who did not really play significant minutes in the first matchup between these two teams. As DeVoe gets blocked from behind. Oh, come on. That was clean. Really? All right, replay. What do you see? Okay, hits him over the head. All right. All right. All right. All right. Fine. I'll give it to you. It's going to send DeVoe to the free throw line. And he'll connect for the first. 6 points for him so far tonight. Still 0 for Alvarado, even though it is senior night for Georgia Tech. And yeah, Alvarado and his fellow seniors, and DeVoe's going to miss the second. Rebound down to Stewart, so at least he's getting that piece right. And Roach going to bring this ball up the court. Roach being guarded by DeVoe. Moore trying to come across on a screen. Mark Williams going to come up top, set the pick. Roach trying to go in off of it, can't quite get it. Roach trying to pass inside, too much traffic. Roach he tried to force it, and Alvarado turns it over as Matthew Hurt, active in the passing lane, deflects the pass and winds up in the lap of Wendell. DJ Stewart now going to go for three, maybe, no, front iron, and still nothing from DJ. As DeVoe brings it down the court, and he's one-on-one against Roach. It's now Moses Wright against Williams. Good denial. Moses Wright wanted to get it back to DeVoe. Roach denied it. Roach got lost defensively, and DeVoe ends up wide open for a three-point shot, which he drills. And it looks like Illinois and Michigan has finally reached the end of the game. 23-point win for Illinois. Very impressive win there, especially on the road at Michigan. Yeah, if you look at the last play there, you'll see that Roach got lost on the switch, and it left DeVoe wide open here. Roach going to try to get it back as his three-point shot is good. Makes up for atoning for his sins there. And Roach has 3 points, 4-point margin for the Blue Devils. Alvarado feeding right. Gets it out to Usher, and Usher is open here. There's definitely a defensive mishap as Usher was left wide open. This is back-to-back three-point shots for the Yellow Jackets that now has them within a point. Matthew Hurt was basically left on an island guarding two people. He's like, who do I guard? And he was trying to like close out on one of them, but then he realized if he closes out on one, he leaves the other open, and he's like, guys, where are you? That was bad Duke defense out on the perimeter on the last possession. Good defense for Georgia Tech so far. It's got 3 seconds on the clock. DJ Stewart has to take a long-range bomb, and no good. It didn't even hit the rim. Shot clock violation. No, foul called. Wait, they're going to call Alvarado for a foul? Oh, wow. That is a bailout. I mean, yes, he technically doesn't let DJ Stewart land, and you have to give the shooter airspace there. But damn, Alvarado, like, we got bailed out on that one. Yeah, I suppose by the letter of the law, yes. But, like, Stewart there at the line, and he'll get his first points of the night. This is really good for DJ, because you just want to see, like, if you're Stewart, you just want to see one go through the basket here. And if you got to get him there at the free throw line, then that works too. And he'll have 2. Just trying to get himself into rhythm here. He hasn't been aggressive enough, especially last game. That's shut down here. And there you saw that was the graphic there with DJ Stewart being the leading ACC freshman scorer at 13.1 points per game, which we've reviewed several times. And Stewart's got all 3. So nicely done there. 42-38 here. And 1 minute to go until we reach the media timeout. Jordan Goldwire into the game as Stewart hits the bench. DeVoe driving on Williams. Good foot movement by Williams as Moses Wright comes up with a deflection, and Wright is going to be good with the putback. 13 points for him tonight. Yeah, Duke really hasn't gotten much separation at all. We need to figure out on the defensive end how to get a few stops, or Georgia Tech just like get into a couple turnovers in some lanes, because right now we're basically just trading buckets. Tech looks like they're in a little bit of a zone, and a kick ball here is going to reset the shot clock to 20. Looks like a little bit of a 3-2 zone for Tech. You saw Wendell Moore flash to the middle there, right at the ACC logo. That really worked well against Syracuse. And that's going to work well too. Actually, right over the top. Goal wire to Williams, alley-oop. You can flatten the zone too, by the way, if you get the ball in behind the last line of defense. Oh, Mark Williams blocks it, and we're gonna get called with what? They're gonna call a foul? No way. They've done this play several times now. They actually started the game with an alley-oop to Mark Williams, by the way. And let's double check what that final call was. Because layup good? Oh, they call it goaltending. Okay. All right, it was called goaltending, so the layup counts for DeVoe, and it's a 2-point game. No, I'm seeing the actual play-by-play here. It wasn't charged as a foul. It just says Georgia Tech layup good by DeVoe, which to me, because it actually looked like Williams blocked it, and if it hit the backboard first, then he actually didn't. So if it hits the backboard, it's just goaltending. So. Julius Solduti. Hi, welcome into chat. Welcome everybody into chat here. Happy Tuesday as our Blue Devils are locked in a battle with the Yellow Jackets, up by 2. Go Duke, indeed. Thank you very much. Welcome into all the Blue Devil fans and the Georgia Tech fans. I do know that we have some of those in chat, which is totally fine. We've managed to keep the conversation very, very civil and focused on the game. Yeah, this half a little bit better than the first. A little bit better pace here. I think both teams finally sort of figured out what they want to do. Although Alvarado, the crazy thing, as a Duke fan, I'm a little worried, to be honest, because Alvarado has 0 points, and we're only winning by 2. This dude could pop off for 20 at any time. And yeah, we're running out of game time, but he's probably got 10 points in him by the time this thing is over. So either Mark Williams is now into double figures too, so it's 3 Blue Devils into double figures. But damn, we really still need help. So, and we're still haven't quite gotten it. I mean, Moore's been playing well. Hurt and Williams have 10. But damn, Roach and Stewart got to step up. We need somebody else to get some points production here. Yeah, the Yellow Jackets a pesky team, especially on senior night. Alvarado being held to 0 points is probably not how he wants to go out. So I would guess that he's got a little left in him there. Coming out of the media timeout. Is it actually wild? Is it actually an upset? Your record is 9-6. Who are you actually Syracuse and Virginia Tech's records are probably the same as yours. I'm not sure if I would call that an upset. Florida State, if you beat Florida State and Virginia, yeah, that's an upset. But with the records being so close, I wouldn't know if they're technically upsets. Goldwire is going to go for 3 here, coming right out of the timeout. That is short. Rebound down to Usher. Upset in my book. Usher's going to drive in, and he's going to get stopped by Williams, who is vertical. Nice defense there by Mark Williams. Rebound down to Matthew Hurt. Basically, both teams trying to solidify their place in the tournament. Georgia Tech in at the moment, and Duke out, just like that 3-point shot from Jeremy Roach, which looked terrible. Great active hands by Wendell Moore, though, and he's got a run out. Wendell's going to go coast to coast with this one. Yes! Wendell now up to 18. Fantastic defense. Wendell just catches Georgia Tech sleeping there. He wasn't even a pass. He just poked it out of Tech's hands. Khalid Moore driving in on Hurt gets stopped, and now this is Wright. Moses Wright. Duke brings the double team. Usher going up with it, and Usher will finish with the lay-in. 12 points for him. The right hand. Oh, and Moses Wright is down on the offensive end of the floor for Tech here. Let's see what happened. Yeah, Jordan Usher just gets his pocket picked by Wendell here, and now gets the 2 points right back. Moses Wright looks like he's okay, and he's back up. And we're gonna play on. Gosh, one possession game, and it stayed this way for the majority here of this second half. Hurt now get in trouble, and he should have just called a timeout here. It's going to be a held ball, and the possession arrow will give it to Duke, which means we will flip that on our scoreboard, and the next held ball will go to Georgia Tech. So Duke to retain possession. Yeah, I hate that rule too. I think they should just jump ball for it. Even though Matthew Hurt's kind of tall, so he probably would get it, but they need to get rid of this alternating possession thing in college. It's literally one of the dumbest rules I have ever seen. They should just jump ball. Why? I don't understand why they don't. As Wendell Moore gets stuffed by Alvarado, it gets his own stuffing, and a ball is poked out of bounds by Georgia Tech. Sorry, it's not Alvarado, it's DeVoe. DeVoe actually blocks Wendell. The ball just winds up in the hands of Moore. And actually, Krzyzewski is going to call a timeout here. Looks like he wants to draw something up. This is probably a pretty pivotal point in the game. If Duke can manage to extend, at least get a bucket here, and then a defensive stop, and then another bucket, build some kind of lead here. We've got a 30-second timeout coming up. Should be 2 timeouts remaining for the Blue Devils. Yeah, Timothy. It's such an odd. I don't know why the alternating possession arrow rule still exists. It doesn't seem to. Can refs not throw the ball straight up in the air and jump it? Are they just trying to? Are you trying to prevent injury? I don't even get that argument. It seems perfectly fine to just jump the ball when you have a tie-up like that. And honestly, I'm surprised they haven't experimented with it. Usually they will experiment with rules in the NIT and such, but it hasn't even been up for debate. There's been other rules like the lowering the shot clock, for instance, or the verticality rule, the freedom of movement. But nobody's ever let's just get rid of the alternating possession arrow. Maybe we can start that here on the stream if we get big enough. Get rid of the alternating possession arrow. Thanks again to all those joining us here on this afternoon. It is Duke Georgia Tech down in Atlanta. Georgia Tech currently one of the last 4 teams into the tournament, while Duke finding itself one of the first 4 out. Both teams trying to solidify their tournament resumes as we are now well into March. Actually, it's just the second night of March, but anyways, it's still March. Yeah. See, everyone in chat is in agreement that they need to do the jump ball. And I don't know why you would ever argue the other way. Somebody please take the other side of the argument, just for the sake of it making things interesting. Go ahead and jump into Discord if you're having trouble finding the stream itself. You can join our private watch party there for fans. And then join us back here on the YouTube to fill in on the conversation and give us your thoughts on how the game's going for your particular team. So far for Duke, Wendell Moore just keeps doing his own thing. It looks like he's probably. Let's see. I made this prediction the other night, and I was right about Matthew Hurt needing to score 35 if we were going to win. He ended up with 37 and we lost, but it was pretty close. I'm just going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say Wendell Moore probably got to put up 25 if Duke's going to win this thing, which is 7 points in 14 minutes. So it's like not that. I'm not going that far out on the limb, and the limb isn't very thin and about to break on me here, but like Wendell's unless we get help from Stewart or Roach, which just seem like nothing's happening at the moment. So with 2 seconds on the shot clock, we are inbounding here again, and Wendell's going to go for 3 and put up an air ball. And wait a second. Timeout. We literally called a full timeout to draw up that. I could have drawn up that play. And I don't get Coach K's salary. What? That was awful. That must have been like the final option on that play. And it's not like we even held it. You can hold it for 4 seconds and not get a call. God damn it. That was bad. DJ Stewart's going to drive himself. Oh, it's going to be a blocking foul. But that could have just sort of easily been a charge here as Georgia Tech's going to pick one up. That's a great strip by Mark Williams on Moses Wright. And Bubba Parham going to come up and get his second foul. And it will not be a shooting foul here, so Duke's just going to inbound. But damn, that was a terrible inbounds play. Oh, almost there on the deflection was Khalid Moore, but luckily the ball just lands in the hands of Jordan Goldwire. Got Duke Nation holding its breath there for a second. Goldwire trying to get this one to Mark Williams. This is a great play for Williams, who finishes it with a dunk and an assist from Goldwire. That was a better play. Draw that up in the huddle. What the hell? Oh, Ant the Kid in the chat, welcome in. Saying Michigan is garbage, losing by 20 to Illinois. Granted, we lost by a lot to Illinois too, so kind of hard to talk. Like, if we had beaten Illinois, then you would have said, yeah. Moses Wright with the putback there, gets 2 back and forth we go. This game is close. It's probably going to be close all the way to the end. That is out on Georgia Tech, by the way, as Alvarado pokes the ball out from DJ Stewart from behind. Yo, come on. Get up, Parham. Why do they call it jump ball if they don't jump the ball? I agree that we should do alternating. So actually, in college, they don't call it a jump ball. They call it a held ball. Is technically the term there. And Alvarado there, living up to his 2.8 steals a game, has got one. And Alvarado has his first points of the night as he ties it up. Danger time for Duke. The beast has been unleashed. That is not what you wanted to see as a Duke fan. Alvarado getting anything. I would have preferred him would just end it. We'll give him 2 at the end, but like Duke, Georgia Tech 48 all. Mark Williams up at the top, getting this to Matthew Hurt, and Duke has cleared out the side for him. Hurt is going to go one-on-one, and that is goaltending. Absolutely. Moses Wright goaltending. What are you complaining about, buddy? You knew it the second you touched it. It's goaltending. It's goaltending. Absolutely. After the goaltend here, Georgia Tech inbounding and Alvarado bringing the ball up the court. 12 minutes, 5 seconds left in this game. A incredibly important game for both sides as Patrick Tepe is into the game here for the Blue Devils. Now every Blue Devil has seen minutes here tonight. Tough man-to-man defense still for Duke, and Stewart comes up the better of it as Alvarado's baseline jump shot is no good. The Goldwire gets just a mess. No foul called, and Goldwire gives up the ball. Georgia Tech has numbers. No, it's a 2-on-2, and DeVoe trying to drive into Hurt, and Hurt going to get called for the foul as DeVoe is going to go to the free throw line. That's the second foul on Hurt. Chance to tie up the game here. Actually, no, before we do that, we are just going to go to a media timeout as we've hit the under 12. It's 11:38 left in the game, 50-48 with 2 free throws coming here for Georgia Tech. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us here tonight. We've got Blue Devil fans and Georgia Tech fans here in chat. And much appreciated. Again, if you need the game, join our Discord. Link is in the description for our private watch party there. And also, don't forget to drop a sub to the channel. Hit that sub button. Much appreciated, everybody. We'll be back for the game on Saturday against UNC. Will be the regular season finale, and then we will see how the schedule plays out for the ACC tournament. Assuming things go to plan, right now Duke is not supposed to play on Tuesday. The ACC tournament will start a week from today, but only the bottom 5 teams in the league have to play on that first day of the tournament. Hopefully, we're not one of them. Assuming we win this one tonight, and then the game against Carolina. So, yeah. Hopefully that is how it goes. Let's take a quick stats check here as we hope ESPN does a 30 for 30 on Krzyzewski when he's finished. There will be much more. Like, Krzyzewski could already have a 30 for 30 about him. Like, there will be many more documentaries that ESPN makes about Mike Krzyzewski that they will milk for years. We don't need to worry about that. Okay, so the shooting much better for both teams this half. Georgia Tech shooting close to 60% right now at 58.3. Duke down at 55%, or 6 of 11 so far on this half. Georgia Tech 7 of 12, so they've made one more bucket, which is the reason why the 3-point lead is actually now 2. The 3-point shooting actually better for Georgia Tech, 2 of 3 for this half. Only 1 of 5 for Duke, and a lot of those actually being taken by the freshmen, which still can't score. And the freshman wall is a real thing, but you're not supposed to hit it in March. You're supposed to hit the freshman wall in like January. But of course, with the crazy season the way it's been, maybe that some things are like delayed. Anyway, we got to get this thing right because Stewart and Roach need to contribute, especially on Saturday at UNC and especially in the ACC tournament, because we're going to need contributions from the guards. Well, exactly. Wait till he gets number 6 next year. Yeah. What else did we see interesting here? Stats from both teams. The turnovers actually, let's see, 7 turnovers for the Blue Devils, 11 for Georgia Tech. So both teams managing to turn the other over. 6 steals for Duke, 4 for Georgia Tech. We talked about how this game featured the top steals players across in the ACC in Alvarado and Goldwire. So interesting to see there. And yeah, wow, our 3-point percentage has just been awful. 4 out of 16. Wow. But Duke making the better of the turnovers, actually, as DeVoe gets the first one at the free throw line. He's got 12 tonight. Duke with 15 points off of the 11 Georgia Tech turnovers, just slightly, about 1.3 points maybe per turnover, as DeVoe's got the second. Georgia Tech only 6 points off Duke's turnovers. And the rebounding margin here, 20 for Duke and 23 for Georgia Tech. Actually, I expected us to do a lot better on the rebounding margin. Tape with an opportunity. Will he turn around and dunk this thing off the glass? No, can't score. God damn it, Tape. That was your chance. And Wendell Moore almost comes up with the steal and is actually going to be called for a foul. That is his first. Decent gamble, though, I would say. Yo, Tape's got to be much stronger with a ball. He's got the ball literally under the basket. If that was Mark Williams who had the ball, that is 2 points. And right on cue, Mark Williams comes in and Tape goes out. So there you go. That's the difference. Georgia Tech inbounds here, and it's Alvarado against Roach at the top of the key. Alvarado gives the ball up to Wright, who's being guarded by Mark Williams, who has played him strong, but Wright has 15 points tonight. He's the leading scorer for Georgia Tech. Alvarado on Roach. I'm surprised Alvarado hasn't taken Roach to school, but that's okay so far. Wright going to spin on Williams, and Williams does maybe get a piece of that, or at least altered the shot somewhat, as the shot ended up short. Still 50 all. I think Georgia Tech back into, no, they are in a bit of a match. They are in man-to-man actually right now. And DJ Stewart being guarded by Alvarado all the way at the top. Stewart, I have no idea what you are literally trying to do. You are just diving into the paint without an exit strategy. And your strategy is to just drop, like, I guess he expected there to be a Duke player in the middle of the court waiting for his pass. That thing gets easily picked off by Georgia Tech. That is an awful turnover. Like, what? Oh my goodness. That is just bad. Alvarado looking to make us pay for it. The floater is good, and Georgia Tech has taken a 2-point lead with 10:08 to go in Atlanta. Ticking now under 10 minutes, and Duke is going to need some answers. It's not even that Georgia Tech's defense has played this well. It's that Duke has just been giving this away, and a held ball is called once again, and that will give the possession to Tech. Wow. Yo, Bubba Parham, dude. That is a hustle play. Damn. Credit to that kid who just ripped it out of Jeremy Roach's hands, who again tried to drive into the paint without an exit strategy. Like, you're trying to play hero ball here. Alvarado being guarded by Williams, and Moses Wright at the right place at the right time with the offensive board and the putback, and Georgia Tech's got 4-point lead now. So, and they're basically like in a back and forth game. The team to break this thing open first with their defense is going to have the advantage, and Georgia Tech was the first to do it. K calls time, and that's probably the right call. Damn. Damn it. Duke again getting beat on the glass like they did against Louisville. We just got taken to school. But Georgia Tech not really a strong rebounding team. We beat them by double digits in the first game in Cameron on the glass, and wow. All right. I'm a little stressed. This is not good. Alvarado's getting more involved in the game. He's finally getting into a rhythm. We talked about how it was danger zone because we were really only ahead by 2 when Alvarado had 0 points. So basically, Georgia Tech managed to like really step up here. And Williams there on the feed from Hurt. Mark Williams has 14 coming out of the timeout. DeVoe against Goldwire. Goldwire guarding him very closely there. Wendell Moore kind of sells out for the block here, and Mark Williams comes around to try to help baseline. When the help comes over, the pass is left to a wide open Moses Wright. I don't even know if Matthew Hurt really needed help unless he called for it, and then Williams rotated, and that is a lazy pass. No, it's actually going to be a foul. A little lucky there because that was about to be transition for Georgia Tech. DeVoe called for a foul. Playing through Hurt down low. Yeah, Williams tries to, Wendell. Williams tries to feed Wendell down low. And DeVoe just kind of plays right through the man. It's like pass interference there in football. Hurt goes up for it. Hurt with a tough shot. Oh my God, wait, what? That is called a charge? Wait, how? In what world? Where? Oh my. That arm doesn't move. Wow. Hurt now has 4 fouls. He's had foul trouble this season. Oh, and that is a huge storyline. Hurt going to go to the bench at 8 minutes and 20 seconds with his fourth foul. And Wright is just eating us to pieces right now. He's got 21. Wow. Can't bring down a board. We cannot buy a rebound right now. And we are getting killed on the offensive glass. And Wright is just taking us to school. Georgia Tech just playing harder right now. And you can even see it in the body language, even though Parham gets called for a foul here. And that is going to take us to the under 8 media timeout. Wow. Wow, I can't believe that call on her is just. That is dumb. That is a dumb call. I just can't even. Whew. All right. Well, Duke with 7:47 to go finds itself down 6 in what is essentially a must-win game, and every game is a must-win game. Oh boy. I just can't believe that Moses Wright is literally like he wasn't in the first game, and look, the first game at Cameron didn't even have Mark Williams in there. And Wright only comes away with 12 points. Yeah. Alvarado at 26, Wright had 12, and no other Georgia Tech player had double figures. Like, Wright is having a better game with Mark Williams in the lineup than when he was out of it. What? The other thing is DJ Stewart had 19 in the first matchup against Georgia Tech. That was a career high for him, and also led all Duke scorers. He has 3 points tonight, and this is after. It was an 8-point performance against Georgia Tech against Louisville, which isn't bad, but like, ow. Like we're in this situation. We are giving up rebounds, and the other teams are getting second chance points off of them, and it's killing us. Like we managed to find ways to lose games early in the season by turning the ball over. Then we managed to lose games in the middle of the season by getting outshot from the free throw line. And then now actually we're managing to find a way to lose games by losing the rebounding battle. Oh boy. Oh boy, chat, what are we going to do? What are we going to do with our Blue Devils this season? This is nuts. Duke has been giving it some of it away. That is true. Some really silly turnovers have just been. Moses Wright here, apparently averaging 24 points a game over his last 4 games. Got 21 tonight. He is playing big time for the Yellow Jackets, almost a double-double. 1 rebound away from a double-double. And by the way, most of the rebounds are basically giving him points, like those second chance points. Yeah, well, we've been waiting for Mark Williams to clamp down on Wright for the entire night, and it hasn't happened. It's gone the other direction. Although Williams himself with 14 points has been playing a pretty good game. Wendell Moore's going to try to go into the paint there, get his own shot blocked, but then get his own rebound. Not really a rebound, but get his own block back, and he will score. He's got 20. He's got most points here for Duke. So 4-point margin, and Duke now in a bit of a zone. This looks like a 3-2. DeVoe is going to go for 3. That shot is no good, and Roach is going to get called for the foul as he tries to box out Khalid Moore. I had a feeling they were going to call that. Kind of has him hooked underneath, too, yeah. I mean, it's just a total mismatch, right? Like, Roach is like giving up 6 inches to that. DeVoe looking to inbound, getting it over to Wright. Who else? And DeVoe Now has Mark Williams on him. And Wendell Moore, now Duke with the double team. Roach tries for the steal, but the ball lands in the hands of Alvarado. And now Parham back to Alvarado. And now to Wright, who's into the paint. He's going to take a mid-range jump shot. That shot no good. Tech attempts the second chance point here, but can't come up with it. Rebound down to Duke. And now the Blue Devils have a chance. Goldwire wants Williams to come up top and grab the ball, and he does. And oh, Williams turns it over as Moore was cutting into the paint. You saw where that play was going, but Williams deflects it. Great defensive possession, and now Stewart is on the floor along with half the Yellow Jackets, and it's a tie-up, and possession is going to give that to Duke. Great effort here. Way to get back in transition, because that was a layup. Parham gets swatted by Williams. You know what? Stewart hasn't been scoring tonight, but he has been giving effort. That's like the second time he's gotten himself out on the floor scrapping for loose balls. So I give him that. He's definitely playing with effort, even though his shot isn't going down. Hurt's got to be careful. He's got 4 fouls. They call it ticky-tack one, and that's it. There it is. I just said it before it happened. Wow. And he's gone. What are you calling? Why? It's 2 dudes fighting for position in the paint. There is nothing wrong with this play. God damn it. What the literal F? Holy cow. That is a horrendous call. God damn. What? Are you going to call a foul on this side too? Is Goldwire going to get called for a foul too? All right. So like Duke's in the bonus. Georgia Tech, I guess, is going to be shooting free throws. Wow. I mean, I literally called it before the dude blew the whistle. I was like, Hurt's got to be careful here. And 2 seconds later, the ref just blows the whistle on him. I'm like, what? That is nuts. Like, why? That is crazy. Oh, I can't. That is the weakest foul they've called all night. That is the weakest foul they've called all night. Khalid Moore's got both free throws there, and it's 60-54. Moore's going to look for an opportunity here, but he drills it back outside the 3-point line. Deflected by DeVoe, so he's able to re-dribble that. Goldwire over to Moore. Duke's just looking for options, and right now it's basically Moore or Williams, but Moore is going to have to try to do this alone. Moore's shot is short, and Brakefield almost comes up with the rebound, and now Georgia Tech is out in transition. That's a travel. That should be a travel by DeVoe that isn't called, and it's just an easy 2-point lay-in by Wright instead. And Wright is going to get called for a foul here on this end as Duke was about to... No? Man. Yeah, I mean, the Duke inconsistency is like Chad's pointing out, is right. I guess we looked really good for those 4 games and then kind of went back. Like, we thought we had fixed it. Because we were playing much better on the defensive end, and we were getting more consistent scoring and contributions. DJ Stewart finally going to get one to go here, and he's got 5. But yeah, I mean, it's very difficult for a young team in a COVID season that doesn't really get many non-conference games. Like, you really only started to see that Duke figured it out after A, Jalen Johnson left, and B, it was like late February. So, like, the development of the team is definitely later than usual. Wow, Khalid Moore just muscles his way in over Brakefield. That was just saying I'm bigger than you. home floor still matters, even though there's actually fans at this game. There are actually Georgia Tech fans at this game. They did allow some limited fan attendance. Moore's going to try to put one up way over the top, and we're actually going to get a Georgia Tech foul on number 12. So that'll be Khalid Moore's second. Mark Williams is going to go to the free throw line here. Wow, he's actually, I didn't realize, I knew we had been tracking, he's got 14 points, but he's actually perfect from the field. 7 of 7. But yeah, without Matthew Hurt, I'm not really sure how Duke digs itself out of this hole. I suppose scoring while the clock has stopped is one way to do it when you're down, but you're going to need both these free throws, and Mark Williams has missed the first. You're going to need to force Georgia Tech into a silly turnover or something, like try to get something out in transition before Georgia Tech can set his defense, which hasn't really worked. And now Duke going to the press, which actually helped them against Louisville, but easily beaten by Tech as Mark Williams missed both free throws, so that is not going to help us at all. Damn, I really thought we had an opportunity here. But Georgia Tech, after they tied it, and Alvarado got himself going, even though he has only 4 points, it has made a difference in this game, and now going to try for points up to 7. And the three-pointer that is no good, and Moore gets denied. Actually, no foul called. Looks like just good defense there for the Blue Devils, and Duke just throws it away. The pass too hot to handle for DJ Stewart, who found himself caught in the air with no options, and again results in a turnover. Yikes. That's the second time today we've had DJ Stewart just make a bad decision as he drives into the paint. I mean, he is hustling, but Georgia Tech going to throw it over there, so that's a poor decision by Tech. Let's see if Duke can capitalize there on that turnover when we come back. It's 3:23 to go, and Tech's up by 8. Remember, we got them by 7 on our home court. And Tech looks like basically has the same margin for us on their home floor at the moment. So, yeah. This is taking an unfortunate turn, chat. This is really taking an unfortunate turn. Kind of like the Louisville game took an unfortunate turn. Yeah. Yeah, could have gone better. Could have gone better. Tech basically shooting 50% this half, 13 of 26, which has helped their overall average. Duke only at 48. And the other piece of this is that Tech has just taken 7 more shots than Duke. They've taken 26 shots this half. Duke only 19. And I think the turnovers are now even across both teams. But the difference, remember, a few minutes ago, or like 1 or 2 TV timeouts ago, we were looking at the turnover stats and saw that Georgia Tech had 7 turnovers. Had forced 7 turnovers, but they had only scored 6 points off of those Duke turnovers. They have now forced an additional 6 turnovers to put them up, to put Duke at 13, but their points off turnovers has gone to 14. So they're basically like, with the 6 turnovers that they forced, they've gotten 8. So that's basically the difference. Duke really shooting itself in the foot here. Just making bad decisions. Bad decisions with the ball. Yeah, I really don't like the play out of Duke here. The last 8 minutes, really since the 10-minute mark, the wheels have kind of come off. You kind of sensed it flowing it when Alvarado made that steal play off a Duke inbounds play to tie the game. And that's kind of right there is when the whole thing shifted. It was right before the 10-minute mark there, and it's been all Georgia Tech since that point. Yeah, see, I'm getting texted like, yeah, we are crashing and burning. That is, this is a train wreck in the making at the moment. We are absolutely choking here. And going the rest of the way without Matthew Hurt, there's just like limited options. Yeah, Wendell's played a great game. And here, like, well, there's your turnover story. Duke, 3 turnovers in the first half, 10 turnovers here in the second half. We've just been giving the ball away. Extra possessions for Georgia Tech. We're also losing the rebounding game at this point. Let's see, 26 rebounds to 29 for Tech. Tech being one of the lowest rebounding teams in the ACC, but has out-rebounded its last 3 opponents. Now going to be 4 in Duke. And so who do you go to? Well, I guess you can trust Williams as being really the only one scoring here, but that's tried to feed him and couldn't get it to him. And good active defensive hands there by DeVoe to force the ball out. And so let's go back and try to re-inbound this. What do we got? What do we got? Brakefield going to score anything? Joey Baker is in the game. He can shoot 3 but hasn't scored. Denial down low. Brakefield can't get it. And actually Goldwire is going to come up with the 2 points here. So 58-64. Yeah, Duke now with the press. And Mark Williams just comes over the top of Khalid Moore. That looked crazy. Trying to steal it. I actually think this team might do better in the ACC tournament if they don't have like time to think about it. The 3-point shot by Georgia Tech is off. It's not really the shot you want to be taking right now if you're Tech. Kind of gives Duke like a freebie, if you will. And Joey Baker's going to go for the left corner. That 3 is good from Joey Baker. Wow, that's a shot in the arm there for Duke. Georgia Tech kind of ended the last possession by shooting a quick 3 that was off. And there was nobody there to get a rebound. 4 Blue Devils there for the weak side rebound. It's a 3-point game with 2:17 to go. Baker giving some life here to the Blue Devils late. Who is going to be the unlikely hero here? Duke with the press again, trying to force a turnover here. Will Duke bring the double team? Yes, it looks like they will. Georgia Tech does manage to get it over the timeline in time. And DeVoe travels. He should have traveled there. And no, by the way, that ball, they got to look at that. That is 2 minutes, and you can review this. That is that should be a travel. This DeVoe play should be absolutely a travel. Usher tries to throw the ball out of bounds. Does it actually hit Wendell? No, the ref was right there. Wow, okay. A little lucky there for Georgia Tech, honestly. But that's okay. We got lucky early in the game, too. Tech with 10 seconds on the shot clock to go. DeVoe driving on Moore. Williams has to come over and help, and Williams blocks it! And Duke now with an opportunity. You don't need a 3-pointer here. You don't need a 3, but Joey's going to take the 3 anyway. Oh, and it's a foul! Wow, Joey is fouled by Parham. That's his 4th. Wow, what a defensive play by Mark Williams. I don't even know if Parham got a piece of this. The shot was just off. So Joey Baker to the free throw line. Gets the first. Can we actually hit our free throws? Yeah, he's got second one. Wow, these are pressure free throws here. 1:43, and Baker up to the line for the third one. I don't actually know what his free throw percentage is, but it's probably in the 70s or 80s, and he's got him. So Joey Baker has got the last 6 points for Duke, and the game is tied, 64 all. Duke needs to clamp down defensively here. To be honest, I was getting a little worried. I thought this game was about to get out of hand. Pastor calls timeout, and Georgia Tech is going to talk it over on the sideline, going to draw something up. I think probably for Georgia Tech here, you kind of want to get something on the ball in the hands of Moses Wright. He has been the go-to guy the entire game, 23 points so far tonight. DeVoe's got 13. He's another option, and Jordan Usher has played well with 12. Alvarado could, or you kind of like, you may like try to fake the play to Wright and actually make Alvarado the go-to. Alvarado only has 4 points tonight, but of course he's presumably the best player on Georgia Tech. He can make, like, you should be able to trust him with the ball at any point in the game, and he can make a play. So let's see what they draw up here. They will inbound, I think from the Georgia Tech bench. But another nail biter here for the Blue Devils in Atlanta. We knew this game was going to be tough. Both teams got to win for their tournament aspirations. And Tech is inbounded here. There's 16 seconds on the shot clock. And it's actually going to be Moses Wright down low. Can't get it. Gets his own rebound, however, and Georgia Tech's going to reset. So the play did exactly go as we said, right there to Moses Wright. Well, that was the play. Khalid Moore once again trying to feed Wright. Wright's got to get it outside to DeVoe. He's going to take the three. That's off. It actually, did it hit the rim? Maybe. It was deflected and lands up in the lap of Alvarado. Georgia Tech has another crack at it, but the three by DeVoe is off yet again. So 3 chances on that possession. Again, Duke just can't rebound it to save its life, but Georgia Tech comes up empty. From a Duke fan, we got lucky on that possession because at least 2 of those 3-point shots should have gone in. They were open. Duke to break field. Wendell Moore has 5 seconds to make it happen. 4, 3. Wendell Moore's got to put up a long-range 3-point shot, and that was a horrible possession. No ball movement whatsoever. We did even have a timeout that we did not use. And Georgia Tech has a 3-second game clock, shot clock differential. 25, and we'll call it timeout here, which is what Krzyzewski should have done. But no, nothing. Just let them play it out, especially when you get down to like maybe 15, 10 seconds and you see there's no offense happening. It is literally Wendell Moore at the, like, beyond the 3-point line, like, just being defended, and there's no movement. Like, nobody's moving. Nobody's trying to set a pick even. Nothing. Nothing going in our direction. And now Georgia Tech's going to win it at the buzzer. But as Shane was saying, yeah, I mean, this team will be back. Like, the only one that was for sure leaving this year was Jalen Johnson anyway. And, like, possibly DJ Stewart, but he's kind of fallen off late in the season. He does have the talent for it. I think Matthew Hurt is kind of a question mark depending on how he's been playing, but he should probably stay another year because I'm pretty sure he's not a lottery pick right now. We're not projected to be a lottery pick anyway. But here we are, 64 all. With 25 seconds left to go. Welcome in, everybody, for those just joining us. It's been a back-and-forth game this entire second half. Georgia Tech opened as much as an 8-point lead and basically had Duke on the ropes. Joey Baker went on a 6-0 run himself to pull Duke back to even, and that is where we're at. Neither team has been able to score, really, here for the last, let's say, 90 seconds or so, but Georgia Tech with possession and 22 seconds on the shot clock. They do have to get a shot off before the time expires. I expect they will hold this for about 12 more seconds and then run their play once the shot clock hits around 10. So that's my expectation. Again, Moses Wright seems to be the number one option based on the way that the game has gone, but do not discount Alvarado, who can also probably make a game-winning shot on his senior night, and that would just be a fairy tale ending, and you can't write a better story. So here we go. 10 seconds left. It's Alvarado on Wendell Moore. 8, 7. Alvarado still with the ball. Alvarado's going to take a deep 3, and that shot is just going to be wide right. Like, not even a chance. I can't believe that was the play that Josh Pastner drew up. So a mis-execution there by Georgia Tech. Wow. Duke got away with it. Alvarado's saying, yeah, that was my bad. Duke will call its final timeout here. And again, if you want to join us here for the watch party, and jump into the Discord. There's the Discord link. The watch party is happening on our Relive Discord there. Thanks everybody again for joining us here. We are down to the wire. Officially 5.7 seconds left on the clock. Duke with the ball, but we have to go the length of the court. There is no Matthew Hurt. Like, if you're going to have somebody take, I guess if you're going to have somebody take a buzzer beater, you kind of also, like, Wendell's another option. But, we have screwed up late game-winning plays more than once this season, and it's just been a nightmare. So, like, I have zero expectations for what is about to happen. Like, I have no idea. Also, you don't need a 3 to win this game. You literally just need a 2. It's actually, they're going to be 6.1 seconds on the clock. You could even just go and get fouled. Like, Georgia Tech is over the foul limit, so even if they foul you, it's going to be a 1-and-1. That would be better than not even getting a shot. Like, at least attempting the free throw would be better than not getting a shot off. So I don't even know who takes this final shot. I mean, Baker's been pretty hot lately. He's got the last 6, basically. Wendell Moore's going to inbound it, so it probably can't be him. And now it's going to be Goldwire, so 5 seconds, 4. Goldwire's going to make it happen. You know, it's going to be Brakefield in the corner for 3. No! Oh, it went to Brakefield in the right wing. He was open! And it would have counted had it gone. But Duke just can't hit a 3 right now. Oh my god, we're in overtime. Oh my god. Why does this happen to us? By the way, Jamie Curtis 724, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Which is great. We do have a Twitch channel, but I'm not live on Twitch. But that's awesome. So thank you very much. And I know we had earlier we had Jeremiah Yetter with the sub on the YouTube side of things. So much appreciated. And thank you everybody who has clicked that sub button and joined us here this afternoon. Oh my goodness. Oh, by the way, that Wild Storm, that Georgia State Panther game, 4 overtimes, Georgia Tech losing 123 to 120, the first game of the season. That was, I do not think this is going 4 overtimes, but decidedly I would put us at another disadvantage because, again, we don't really have Matthew Hurt, although we've played decently well in the last 4 minutes without him, much to my surprise. The other foul trouble I think you got to watch out for is Jeremy Roach has 3. Bubba Parham for Georgia Tech has 4. But otherwise, Georgia Tech really no foul trouble there. I don't know if Brakefield was the right guy to take that final shot. I mean, it was open. I think they got the play they wanted. He just didn't hit it. So it happens. All right, and we're going to tip this one off here from... We're actually going to have a real jump ball, and maybe this is why they don't do jump balls. Is Coach K out of ideas? Oh, God, I hope not. Well, at least he did call a timeout to draw up a play. Duke in its second straight overtime game and finds itself here needing help on the road, and Mark Williams is going to be an and 1 here. The assist from Baker. Nice. Joey Baker has actually stepped up huge. I am very impressed. He not only has he got the 3 to get us within 3, then as Mark Williams flubs the free throw there, so the and 1 is no good. Then he got fouled taking a 3 and made all 3 free throws to tie the game. And then that assist was one of the best of the night to Mark Williams. He draws 3 yellow jackets and then gets Williams there. And Moses Wright, 25 points so far tonight, 66 all here in Atlanta. Jamin Brakefield driving in is now going to spin, gets blocked, and Tech Yeah, Tech's going to come up with the steal. I was waiting to see there for a second if they were going to call an out of bounds, but it looks like he got it. DeVoe on Goldwire here. Duke in a bit of a zone. Actually, Duke is in a 2-3 zone at the moment. Breakfield out to DeVoe. Open is Alvarado, who's driving baseline, and we just Breakfield commit. Yeah, that was a tough position. Alvarado gets the reverse lay-in. He has 6, and the Jackets have 68. Wendell Moore's going to put up a really tough shot, trying to go off the glass. That was inadvisable. It's a one and done on that end of the floor for Duke. Georgia Tech with an opportunity here. Man, our overtime execution has just been really, really bad. And Tech is going to go in, and Jordan Usher. It looked like Duke's defense just got lost on that possession. Timeout. Timeout, timeout, timeout. Duke's going to use its one timeout here in overtime. Yeah, look at this again. Like Duke, it's like we don't know. Like Wendell rotates late, he loses his guys. Like we have no idea who's who, what's what, where's where. Like, God, now another 4-point deficit here for Duke. Douglas Olmedo, once again, thanks for joining us here for from Central America. Sorry, Chad, I've been I've been watching the scoreline here. Abe Brown asking, both teams need this one to keep NCAA tournament hopes alive, correct? Yes, Abe. So currently Georgia Tech is slated is one of the first 4 in. And Duke, one of the first 4 out. So we are both basically within 2 spots of each other on the bubble, if you will. 3 or 4 spots on the bubble. So, um, and Joey, thank you very much for the subscribe on the YouTube channel. Much appreciated. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here tonight. It's been a bit of a this game has gone longer than we had liked. Duke unable to close it out in regulation as Jamin Breakfield's 3-point shot from the right corner did not go. But yeah, both teams having something to play for sure. And Duke going the rest of the way without Matthew Hurt. We've been without him since, what, like more than 4 minutes at this rate? Wow, way even. Look at the stats here. Shooting even across 47% for Duke, 46 for Georgia Tech. Turnovers basically even. Duke with the points in the paint. Georgia Tech 0 points in the final 4 minutes and 47 seconds. But Duke had to claw its way out of an 8-point deficit just to get it back to even. Because I'm pretty sure there was a stretch there where Duke had 0 points in like 5 minutes. So both teams going on their droughts. Duke, this is a must-have possession for the Blue Devils, which is why we called timeout here. So let's see what we come out with. If there's anything creative. This is not a baseline out of bounds. We'd like to run this little curl with one of our shooters, either Stewart or Moore, when we do the baseline out of bounds. This is going to be a side out of bounds right in front of the Duke bench. On the court for the Blue Devils right now is Goldwire, Moore, Mark Williams, Joey Baker, and I think DJ Stewart. Oh, the camera's got a pan. Let's see if they made any substitutions. No, it is DJ Stewart. And it's going to be an alley-oop, and Mark Williams gets fouled. That should have been 2. But Mark Williams will go to the free throw line. And Moses Wright is a little upset with DeVoe, saying you have to put pressure on the ball is what Wright is yelling at DeVoe for. Because without pressure on the ball, Jordan Goldwire is just able to put the lob up easily. And Mark Williams 0 for 3 from the free throw line, stepping up to take 2. I don't even know what to say at this point. And Mark Williams is going to miss again. So Mark Williams has now missed 4 at the free throw line. And who do I think is going to win? Well, Duke, obviously. We're rooting for Duke on this channel. So, but not looking good for us right now. Mark Williams can't hit a free throw. And he got one. All right. So he's 1 of 5. Damn. 3-point margin here. Duke still needs to lock it down defensively. Duke going with a bit of a press, but Georgia Tech gets it over the timeline with no issue. Moses Wright has it here, and Wright going to work on Wendell Moore. Wright hasn't really even started to dribble here, and Moore gets caught flat-footed. Outside, good swing pass. Alvarado's going to go for three. That shot no good. Rebound, yes. Rebound down to Goldwire for Duke. And Duke doesn't need a three. Ooh, careful. That was a dangerous pass. Mark Williams on right. Don't need a three, just need a good two. DJ Stewart trying to go up and can't get it. And foul going to be called on Mark Williams on the rebound as Alvarado ripped it away. How Alvarado beats out a 7'5 wingspan and Mark Williams beats me. But better position down low. Look, dude, the small guy wins. I don't get it. What the hell? Alvarado's going to be taking free throws, though. This is a 1-and-1. Alvarado, the best free throw shooter in the ACC, to the line for a 1-and-1. Oof, he's got it. It is a one possession. Well, it's actually a two possession game right now. And Alvarado's got both. 8 points for him, 5-point margin. Duke still doesn't need the three. We just need a good possession, and we just need to score. Like, probably the best play that we could have is something going to the basket and it turning into an and one. And again, that is not quite going to get it. But Moses Wright is going to pick up another foul, and that, if I'm tracking that correctly, is his fourth. Again, Goldwire trying to go with the alley-oop to Williams. But now we have the trials and tribulations of Mark Williams at the free throw line. Oh, that dunk almost went in. This is okay. Duke's trying to score with a clock stopped here. Do you need to keep ourselves in striking distance? This is 4 fouls for Moses Wright. And Williams does convert the first at the free throw line. Very nice. 18 points for him, 4-point margin. I answered the who do we think is going to win. We think Duke is going to win, except for we seem to just be inting at the free throw line because that's a miss there by Mark Williams, and so it's a 4-point game. Chaco, although we still have faith here. Ooh, they missed Jordan Usher down low. Trying to get this to Devo outside. Close out there by Stewart. Devo did have a bit of an open three. Usher trying to work on more. Oh, Moses Wright. Mark Williams gambles for the steal, and Moses Wright just turns around. There's nobody there. It's an easy bucket. Bummer. 6-point margin now. Joey Baker needs a touch. Jordan Goldwire trying to go off glass. Put back! Rebound and the putback by Mark Williams. Yo, Baker got us back in the game. He deserves a touch, and that's an aggressive play by Wendell. It's a foul, but you know what? I'll live with it. It's a foul, but I will live with it. It's an aggressive play. Georgia Tech's going to go to the free throw line, so whatever. Tech at the free throw line. It is Khalid Moore, and misses the first. But we're in the double bonus, so I'm off by a foul on this scoreboard. So he gets an automatic second one. So he'll be taking a second free throw. Okay, so 4-point margin. And that shot looks off. Oh my God! You have got to be kidding me. How lucky. How lucky do you need to be to hit that free throw? It hits the back of the iron, goes up, hits the front, and comes back down. Oh, come on. What? I don't actually know, Wildstorm, if it's a 14-year streak. It's a 14-game streak. that Georgia Tech has lost the last 14 games to Duke. Although, if you play the team more than once in a season, whether that's a home and away, which we did, I think, 3 years ago now, or you can play them in the tournament as well. It's not necessarily like you can play them more than once. But yeah, it's a 14 game losing streak. I'm shocked that they haven't flashed that stat up. But we have it here. We know the truth. 5 point game, a minute 15 to go. Duke still doesn't need a three, just needs something going to the rim. Just needs a good quality shot. Joey Baker's going to take three anyway, and no. The problem with taking a three at this point is that if you miss it, you basically blew it. Because at least if you get a two and you just keep the game into a one possession game, and then you can, have a chance at the end to win it or tie it. Connor, I don't think Duke's going to play in the NIT. Also, the NIT said it would only be taking 14 teams this year, and it will be held in Texas. So there's a smaller pool of teams going to the NIT. But we may as well just no. Wendell Moore, rebound. And see, if we had at least gotten 2 points on that last possession, we'd be within striking distance here. We don't need a three, but Joey Baker is still going to take three, and that's off. And Goldwire with the putback. Goldwire's shot is no good either. Georgia Tech comes down with a rebound, and now Duke fouls, and this is bad. That's a good looking three. Honestly, you can't ask for much more than that opportunity. Oh, the foam Duke spear of stress ball thing this thing might break before we're done. Before we're done with the season. Moses Wright at the free throw line will convert the first. Still 6 points. Still 2 possession, trying to make it 3. The problem is that because you blew the 2 previous possessions where you didn't need the 3, now you definitely need the 3. Although he misses the second, so it's still a 2 possession game. So I suppose you could still play this. And DJ Stewart for 3. That shot isn't going to go, just like unfortunately every other shot for DJ Stewart. And Moses Wright with another rebound for Georgia Tech. I think that's going to be it, chat. Duke going to drop this game here on the road. We had our chances to win. Could have won in regulation. Could have won in regulation against Louisville, too. Couldn't close the deal. And it's going to be 2 straight. We're right there at the end. Oh, man. Moses Wright misses that free. Well, okay, if he misses this free throw too, I suppose we're still same situation. Mark Williams has fouled out though. He had the last 2 fouls, and Moses Wright gets that one. He's got 29 points tonight. It wasn't even Alvarado that killed us. Damn. It wasn't even Alvarado. Goldwire is going to shoot 3. He'll hit. It was a good looking shot actually. A nice rotation on that. I don't know why I only have 77. Duke's still going to play the foul game here, though. Hey, remember as bad teams go, UK still doing worse. Yeah, that's true. If only UNC were also in this, debacle, it'd feel pretty good. But Alvarado at the free throw line, he's got that first. And he has the second. Okay, 20 seconds left to go. Duke down by 6. Jordan Goldwire going to reposition, go for 3. That shot's no good, and tipped out by Duke, and that is it. Georgia Tech will run out the last 16 seconds, and Duke will head back to Durham empty-handed. Unfortunately, did not work out in our favor. Yep, can't win them all. Unfortunately, we haven't won a lot of them this season, or as many as we are used to. But we will be back for the season finale, at least, Yeah, good games, Georgia Tech. I mean, they played us tough. We had them by 3 at halftime. We had the opportunity there at the end when we got ourselves back into it. And, well, Wendell Moore's going to steal this. I don't know if Duke's going to put up a 3 here. DJ Stewart, that's a high arcing. Well, I don't. I mean, crazier things have happened. 10 seconds to go. Duke Tape has it. Duke needs 3. DJ Stewart going to go for 3. You've got to be kidding me. Tape's going to put it up. Wait a sec. There's a foul. Wait a sec. We almost had. Wait a second. If DJ Stewart had hit that 3, what is going on here? DJ Stewart steps into a wide open 3 and can't connect. Tech two straight turnovers off the inbounds plays. Tape at the free throw line. Tape's got to make the first and miss the second. Okay, so Tape's on the board. Okay, you have to intentionally miss this and get the putback. And they're going to bring in Henry Coleman, for rebounding purposes. Either you have to intentionally miss this and go straight back for the putback, or you like tip it out, but I don't see anybody. Okay, there's the intentional miss. It didn't even hit the rim. God damn it. You have to at least hit the rim. That was horrible. Drama late. I still can't believe Stewart didn't hit that 3. He's been like, that's a shot he should hit. Oh, that is frustrating. Will Georgia Tech turn it over again? Okay, I guess we're still playing. There's 2 seconds to go. DeVoe's going to go to the free throw line. If he makes 2, the game's over. In that case, you should have actually just made the free throw, because then you're... You kind of want... The other piece that... Okay, so he's made the first. So you basically ice it here, or you just... If you happen to miss it, it's like the end of the national title against Butler, where like you kind of miss the free throw, and Duke just like... You force them to make a play, but no, okay. He's going to make them both, so that's it. All right. There was a little bit of late drama here. But ultimately it does not turn out in our favor. We can't connect on the... we had the opportunities again there and can't connect. So congratulations, Georgia Tech, on your win. Looks like that will probably cement your place in the in the NCAA tournament. And Duke has more work to do. We got the game against Carolina coming up this weekend. We'll be back here on the channel, and I'll be joined by my brother to do the call, and we'll have the watch party again. That'll be this Saturday. Tip is at 8 o'clock Eastern. No, sorry, tip is at 6 Eastern time, I think. Tip should be at 6. Yeah, tip is at 6 o'clock Eastern time this weekend. And so we'll be back for that, and then we'll be back to do the ACC tournament next week. Well, Duke has to do some work. Probably going to have to win at least 2 games in that tournament, at least maybe a third, or maybe even win the whole thing. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in this evening. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and thanks for the active chat. It's always so much easier to do this when folks are actively participating and enjoying. Make sure to hit that sub button here on the YouTube channel to join us again this weekend. And for all those here at Relive Sports and myself, thank you very much. Have a great rest of your week. Again, congratulations, Georgia Tech. Well deserved. And we will see you against UNC on Saturday. Go Duke.